going to be making some little owls today, and we're going to be using a little paper plate, or you could make a bigger owl with a larger paper plate, or if you can't have a paper plate at home or you don't have one, just get a sheet of paper and cut it out with your scissors and just cut yourself out a big circle. All right, any of that will work. So give you just a second to get all your materials, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and we're getting ready to fold up our plates and our circles in order to make the owl. And my circle over here is a little lopsided, so I'm going to take that longer side and put it down towards the bottom. All right, and the first thing I'm going to do is take both sides of the plate and pull it in towards the middle a little bit. Now, paper plates are a little bit stiff, so you might want to ask a little bit of help to do that, but we're just pulling it in to the middle. And I'm going to do the same thing with my paper, just pulling it in. It can overlap a little bit. It can kind of touch. It doesn't really matter. All right. The next thing that we're going to do is just take the top and fold it down. This is going to be the head of our owl, bringing it down just a little bit. And again, you just want to get in there with your paper plate and crease down and press down really, really hard. And that's the basics for it. Most of this happens when you're decorating, and we'll show you that in just a moment. Now, in my original owls, I used scrap paper and scissors and glue, and I glued on a beak and made some eyes, and I glued on some feet, and then I just did a bunch of decorating with the rest of it. And this time I'm just going to be using markers just so that you can see that you can do it both ways. All right, so for my beak, I'm going to put a beak up here at the top and let it come on down to the point. So there's my beak on this side. And again, I'm going to put a beak down here in the middle. And again, my original ones, I did that by cutting out scraps, but I can just draw on my beak. Then I'm going to give myself some eyes, some big old eyes. And then the feet will be down at the bottom. So I can give myself some feet coming down. It's really a simple little project in making a bird. All right, so there gives me my little owls getting ready to sit up, and now comes the fun part. You just get to start decorating them however you want. So I can make my eyes a little bit fancier. I can start putting on feathers, and I could make them any color that you wanted. I'm going to give myself some brown feathers coming down here, and brown feathers. I got to get up underneath on this side. You can see how he's starting to look. I can do the same thing. Let me open him up a little bit so I can draw up underneath. And you can start to see how he's starting to come together. All right? Well, I'm going to continue working on mine, and you can go and play and work on yours. There's all kinds of different ways that you can color him. You can open him up and color in his belly. So I can open him up and give him a belly on the inside if I wanted to. And over here, I just did bumpity, bumpity, bumpity ones. Over here on this guy's belly, I did more decorative belly on the middle. It's really, really up to you. You can decorate the back side as well. All right, all kinds of different ways. It's just playing around and deciding what you like best. And I'm thinking I would like to just tear, and I'm just making this up as I go along. I'm going to tear and pull that back of the head out just a little bit more. I think that's going to make his ears stick out a little bit more for me. You might like something like that. I think I do. All right, and just the more you play, the fancier it can get. On this one, did you notice that I cut the edge to make some feathers? If you don't have scissors to cut, you can always take your hands and tear with your hands going up the edges. It's really, 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 again, up to you. You're the artist. You're making it up. This is just suggestions for you to get started with. Anyway, have fun today.